loving, gentle pain in Sarah and Bob's asses. I'm like delightful. I have like delightful hemorrhoids. I'm like fuzzy hemorrhoids. What? Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Exactly. You know, like first of all, it felt like the right time. Like there was a 5-year plan. There was a sense of how the show was going to end. When we were in the middle of season 5, and it looked like it would continue, and look, I want the show to continue forever. I mean, let it keep going. But my only point was, yeah, sure, just like Gunsmoke. But the only thing that I felt really strongly about was I said, look, the story has to end. Like, we can't stretch it because the audience will tell, and they'll know that it starts to get watered down or slow, and they deserve more respect than that. And so I said, let's just end it, and then you know, the next season is going to be in many ways kind of like the sequel to a movie. And it'll be a new storyline, and obviously there'll be the threads and the issues that came before it, but we won't be weighted under by the same apocalyptic mythology. And anyway, so because we're doing that, that felt like the real right time, because you know, after doing like 104 episodes, I just was sort of, I just didn't want the creativity of the show to suffer, and Sarah and Bob, and they're both so invigorated and ambitious about the direction that the show can go in, and I think, frankly, there's such a shot in the arm to the show that they're really taking it in a really exciting direction, and I'm just kind of like consigliere, like make sure it falls within tonal parameters.
We want to talk to Eric.
Sorry. When I was a child, Toledo, my mother told me. So you know, basically, just I'm in the room for breaks. I'm helping with episode ideas. I'm just trying to help out, mop up, give oily back rubs. All right, I'll shut up. Jared, now I'm quiet. What would you like to say, Jared? What's the moment? What is it, Jared? What couldn't wait?
Nothing.
You're funny.
Nothing at all. You lost me at consigliere. Sorry.
Sarah, congrats on your new duties.
Thank you.
How excited are you for the season? And I keep hearing things about, you know, monsters appearing this season. I mean, are we talking Frankenstein, Mogwai, perhaps?
There could be Mogwai. There are more monsters this season than there have been lately. You know, we've done, the last couple of seasons has been a lot of apocalypse-related stuff. We got very epic, and we enjoyed getting very epic. We were excited that you kept watching, so we got to actually do the apocalypse. And then we were like, we really want to shoot some monsters in the face. So we we're shooting a lot of monsters in the face, and for the first time, our mythology also loops monsters in. So they're integral to the story we're telling this season. So you're getting Monsters of the Week, and you're getting a little mythology.
Now, Jensen, I think you'd be a good fit for a Survivor tribute band, but you may be too busy directing for that. How was doing your first episode?
It was a lot different than I'm used to, as far as, you know, approaching a script. As an actor, I've been approaching these scripts for 5 years now, and really having to only make creative decisions on one character, one aspect of the script, and that's the character. So, as you know, when you're directing, you have to really kind of make creative decisions on every word of every page, and so to look at it in a completely different light was it was refreshing. It was kind of new and exciting, and I would never do it again. No, it was very cool and interesting. And the nice thing was that the guys in the writing room actually gave me a script that was very light Dean. So I actually got to show up 5 of the 8 days just as a director, and just try to convince Jim Beaver to hit the marks that I wanted to do. But it was which he never did. Actors, yeah, who knew? It was very cool, very cool. I was excited for the experience, and I'm anxious to see how it turns out.
Now, Jared, I know a lot of people here have got to know, how does Sam get out of hell?
I'd love to know too. Luckily, that's a question for Sarah and Eric. I have no idea. And that's my answer. Practice. Practice, yeah. It's not his first time, I guess. I mean, I kept on kind of saying, like, that, it'd be fun for Sam and Dean to die. Like, it'd be a fun way to end the show. Like, put you guys in Sundance. And I was like, wait a second, Sam and Dean have died. We've been to hell, we've been to heaven, so must be practice. I think we probably have some people watching out for us. And that's my best guess, but I'm in the dark like y'all are.
And Misha, the apocalypse has been averted, so all good. What is Castiel's role now in, as the focus shifts?
Everyone's like, yeah, Castiel should have a role. Because he hasn't up until now. Great idea. Right? Mull that one over. That's food for thought. I like it. Just like it to have a purpose. Castiel, I think he's kind of on cleanup detail at this point in heaven. Still don't quite know. I'm looking down the table for that. Don't talk about that. Look, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. What little I know is that Sarah, I think, put it very nicely. She said that that heaven was like post-Soviet Russia, just to make it boring. The government has collapsed. The leadership is in disarray. There are nukes that are falling into the wrong hands, and this upsets Castiel, and he's trying to coalesce. He's trying to form sort of a coalition that's actually going to function up there. So, what does that make him? Yeltsin? An aspiring Yeltsin? And I think we talk about...
much more about the show.
Yeah.
And he's selling that information.
And we haven't talked about this yet, but I just wanted to pitch to you the idea of him actually having a Russian accent.